You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sport fans, I find this utterly hilarious. We talked about this in a couple of different videos, and now the Olympics are getting involved in the Caitlin Clark media and money train because they are believing that Caitlin Clark could single-handedly jack up the television ratings for the upcoming Olympics, and they are pushing for Caitlin Clark to join Team USA. It would be very interesting to be able to look back and compare the previous Olympic ratings with Team USA, Brittany Griner, and all these others playing from the WNBA in the league, and compare those ratings to what the ratings would be with Caitlin Clark on the team, because there's no doubt about one thing, and you're seeing this. There are WNBA arenas right now for road games that are having to play in larger arenas because of ticket selling just to see her play. And we've talked about how funny this is, that in a basketball league full of activists, LGBTQ activists, social justice activists, they get the little straight white Iowa women's basketball player sauntering into the league, and now the league is actually trying to capitalize on this for their media deal and for the Olympics. They're saying Caitlin Clark could have a Tiger Woods-like effect on women's pro basketball, and they're betting big on in the rest of the 2024 stacked draft class. They're trying to parlay this deal into a huge media rights deal because of her. The WNBA believes Caitlin Clark will have a Tiger Woods-like effect on women's pro basketball, so they're betting big on her in the rest of the 2024 stacked draft class. On Monday, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert confirmed to CNBC that the league is looking to double its fees in its next media rights deal. The WNBA reportedly earns $60 million annually from its current media rights deal, primarily from Disney, Amazon Prime Video, and ION. The league is in joint negotiations with the NBA and Disney, and although ESPN's Jimmy Pitaro expect the leagues to finalize a deal, the W could break away for a separate, more lucrative deal. My dog's not that excited about this. In March, former ESPN executive John Kushner told Fox Front Office Sports that the WNBA is pushing for a media rights deal worth $80 to $100 million annually. But that was before Clark tore through March Madness and reset the bar for women's basketball viewership. Now, I've got a theory that the viewers in women's basketball are going to fall back to earth, okay, after she's gone. That's just a gut feeling. Everyone expected Clark to bring more eyeballs to the W, but the final numbers for her college season are unprecedented. I almost did a video just on this part. It came out that she generated $82.5 million for Iowa's economy, while the Hawkeyes broke viewership records at every level of the tournament. So she was worth more to Iowa's economy than the WNBA media rights deal with Disney and Amazon Prime. In fact, $22.5 million more. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. I said yesterday, is her brand, is her value, it's bigger than the entire WNBA. I believe that. I truly do. As far as actual revenue generating on a yearly kind of basis, she is the brand. Like, shit, they ought to put a silhouette of her on the logo. Why do you think she's getting so much hate from all these activist players in the WNBA? Because she's moving the needle in a way that they never could. And frankly, it's funny and it's glorious. Again, I sort of compared this to politics yesterday. Isn't it amazing what happens when somebody that's just, quote, likable comes along? She's likable. People don't hate her. She's not one of these players that walks around mad and moody all the time because you're straight and they hate you. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but when your league, much like the U.S. women's soccer team, is known for activism and not the actual sport you play in, that's the bed you can lay in. That's the bed you can lay in. So, the Olympics. They are trying to get her to join the Olympic team right now, with roughly 100 days before the opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Summer Games. They'll be watching like a hawk to see whether or not Caitlin Clark joins the Team USA. There's a fascinating question. Would Clark supercharge the TV viewership for the Olympics the way she did for women's college basketball? I asked NBC about the prospects, this is front office sports, of adding a world-class TV magnet like Clark. Caitlin's impact on viewership is undeniable and historic. NBC spokesperson told Front Office Sports in a statement, her presence on Team USA in Paris would only add to the growing anticipation and excitement for the Summer Games starting in just over 100 days. Clark would instantly gift the network a global TV draw on par with Michael Phelps or Simone Biles. According to Rob Prasmark, founder of 21 Sports and Entertainment Marketing Group and Olympic marketing expert, Caitlin Clark is a one-person dream team. That may go on the thumbnail. NBC would and should capitalize on her contribution to the sport, not just women's sports. The problem is it's not up to NBC, it's up to USA Basketball. We don't know yet if Clark can make the team loaded with American hoop legends. I'm sorry, but let's be real, because along with Diana Taurasi's on that team and Brittany Griner, Breanna Stewart, Kelsey Plum, nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of them. That's the thing. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch them. So the question is, as we go forward, which one of the quote-unquote WNBA legends gets the gas face and pushed right off that team for the one-person dream team, they just called it? That's going to be a story in itself when one of these legends, I use that term loosely because when nobody watches your game, how legendary are you, gets actually trapdoored off the team for Caitlin Clark, walking in the door. And NBC's not stupid here. They're not wrong. If they want her on this team, I cannot imagine that USA Basketball is not going to make this happen. NBC is your broadcast partner for the Olympics and all of their channels. So, how's this going to go? Provided Clark wants to play on the team, you got to figure out how to get her on there. Again, it's hilarious. Think about it. Think about that a minute. She generated $82.5 million for Iowa. The current WNBA media rights deal is only worth $60 million. I told you, she's a bigger brand than the league by herself. And I find it hilarious. I really do. Again, this is a league that would not be around without the subsidizing of the National Basketball Association. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.